been in real estate for about 18 years, but I want to go back all the way to how, you know what, my story might resonate with someone here that I lost everything before I began to build what I have today and continue to. I lost my home about 10 years ago, right, to foreclosure, and lost my 401k and everything. So now, fast forward to moving to California, I try to get help from everyone and anywhere I could get help, and I had no luck. And I started slowly but steadily working with buyers. I became an expert in working, practicing scripts, building those relationships. And I found Street Text just not even, I think it was March, right, Marcus? March or July, one of those months. And in the beginning, I was just not open. I was very just turned off and saying, this is all fake. This is all leads that are BS. And I was a firm believer, a skeptic, so to speak, of not believing on online lead generation and thinking our businesses are only based out of referrals. I remember one of the top producers here told me, if you're not doing referral business from your clients, you have no business. This was about 7 years ago. He said this to me. And there was a mindset shift because I said to myself, if I'm going to spend this kind of money on Facebook leads, what am I doing in return of investment? What am I really doing to actually share my results to myself? It was first within me. I had to build that mindset of the negative to positive, and I needed to step up and say, listen, this is not me. I need to give these cold leads a try, and or these online leads. That was the mindset shift that I had to make within me. It was a self-talk conversation I had to have. I'm sure many of us have had that conversation, right? And so that was the first step into saying, what is it that I want to achieve? What is it that I want to do? What kind of business goals do I have from online leads, right? And what kind of relationship do I want to create with these leads that we call them? I think that is something that all of us don't seem to understand. We're running after that check, or we're running after that conversion. But are you really building that relationship? When we go on listing appointments, what do we talk about? Are we just talking about their house, right? We want to build that relationship. And I think that's so important that people don't understand. Realtors sometimes don't understand that, it's not only about getting that end result all the time. It's actually creating that process, creating that system, building that relationship. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not. I'm sorry. What kind of conversations are you having? I can get really passionate about this, but what kind of conversations are we creating? Come from contribution. Tell them you're there to help them, achieve their end goal. Trust me, that'll go a long way. Tell you honestly what it was is actually meditation. It was meditation for me, and I'll talk about that in our other webinar on Friday. But more than anything, when you asked me about that mindset shift, when I was frustrated, I had to look at what the type of lead it is. What kind of lead is it? Is it providing me with email and phone numbers? Then what am I doing not taking advantage of what I'm paying for? Right? That was a self-talk. And I go back to that, Ira, because it's so important to understand that if you don't work it, it's not going to work. Look, farming is stinky, but you got to farm. You're door knocking digitally, you're door knocking physically out there. And how many doors do you have to knock before you get a yes, I'm ready to sell? Thousands of doors, right? Or even hundreds of doors, whatever it is. But you have to do the work in order to see some sort of a return. And if you don't do it one daily, consistently, and be persistent, it's not going to work. You know, like my coach says, and I have my coach, Sean Kokoska is my coach. He says, some will, some won't. So what? Keep going. And that was a mindset shift I had to continue. And that's what I do every single morning is I do, whether it's morning or afternoons, depending on my ISA team, we have started doing role plays. We've started doing script practice for 10 minutes, only 10 minutes. I guide them to listen. This is the leads we need to call in our database today. This is the script you use, go. It's being consistent, being persistent, and asking the right key questions. And mindset shift. Just because you get a no, don't give up. Just because in the trial period you get 20 leads and you don't know what to do with them, it's not about quality. It's not about quantity. I say it's about quality. And it's so important for us to know that even if they say no, it's okay, right? But if you don't have that mindset shift within you, it's not going to work. Have that self-talk before you pick up the phones. Have that self-talk, be positive minded, and know that that lead that you're calling, or the person is a person, right? And know that the person you're calling is not necessarily waiting for your call, but if you open up with saying thank you, and hey, I want to give you something, here is a one-page CMA for you, I'll be sending it in the mail or snail mail, whatever it is, or even email. How open will they be to saying, oh, you're not here to sell me anything, thank you.